Say Rakataya Hawa, Rakataya Shai, Rakataya Hawa, Rakataya Shai, Rakataya Hawa, Rakataya Shai. First and foremost, want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule that breaking the stone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiams and the folk on the earth to pushing the gospel and sincerity and truth. Alright, so Shalom. This evening I want to touch on this article and do a little commentary on it, right? It said China crushed America's sorghum crop imports with a 179% tariff, right? So it's a crush, right? And this article was published on the 7th of April 2018, right? So this tariff war continue, right? And this tariff war going to lead to the nukes flying, right? It said China has retaliated in response to U.S. tariff with a huge levy on America's sorghum crops. He said Beijing has accused Washington of price dumping, which is hurting Chinese farmers. Right? He says sorghum is a crop used to feed livestock and can be made into liquor known as ma'oti, if I pronounce the word right, which is very popular with Chinese drinkers. China is the largest buyer of American sorghum products, buying almost 1 billion worth last year. Some analysts say such a tariff will practically stop U.S. sorghum import, Salaki export to China. It is very high. Basically, U.S. sorghum would not be able to come in, said Fan Jinya. He said grain analyst at COFCO Future, which stands for Chinese Oil and Food Corporation, right? It stands for Chinese Oil and Food Corporation, right? COFCO, Chinese Oil and Food Corporation, right? So we are expecting like 35%. The news agency quote it source at the International Trading House as saying sorghum imports now are dead. No one can afford that high amount of tariff. I do not know what the importers will do, but it will be rough. Another trader said. Analysts have also noted that tariff on U.S. agriculture will mostly hurt states like Kansas, where President Donald Trump's core political base is located, right? And this is an economical war, right? This is an economical war. It's the Oxford Dictionary, English Dictionary, right? It's define economic warfare or economic war as the involving an economic strategy based on the use of measure, right, blockage of which the primary effect is to weaken the economy of another state, right? So there's the war that's going on right now between the two biggest economies in the world, which is America and China, right? It's a tariff war. It's an investopedia, right? It's an economic battle between two countries in which country A raise tax rate on country B export, and country B then raise taxes on country A export. In retaliation, the increased tax raise is designed to hurt the other country economically, since tariff discourage people from buying product from outside source. So this is a tariff war gonna lead to nukes flying, and this also gonna shake up the global economy. And a lot of countries gonna be under severe pressure because, like I say, American and the Chinese, they are the two biggest economy in the world, and they're going head to head. You know, this is a battle, right? This is seriousness, right? So you will start seeing things in your country start going up. Cost of living and get high, right? And the economy gonna collapse because all this going into lead to a microchip, right? That's how they're gonna crumble the economy. And they say they're gonna come with a sorcery if you want things to be back how it's supposed to be, if you want the economy back flowing, if you want to work, if you want to buy and sell, take the chip, right? This what this devil can come with, right? He said an investigation was launched two months ago in relation, right, in retaliation to aggressive trade action by Washington, including hefty tariff on solar panel and washing machine. The U.S. company Archer Daniel Midland, a top seller of U.S. sorghum in China and cargo, are likely to be affected. He said China earlier said it also planned to introduce tariff on American soybean last year. Soybean were the biggest U.S. agricultural export to China at a value of between 12 billion to 14 billion, right? So these money they so now gonna go into what? Go into the armory, go into the missile, right? Go into the military, beat your plowshare into sword, right? So instead of investing money into agriculture, they put into sword because they go into war. So the tariff is lead to war, real war, right? Is lead to the it can lead to the nukes, right? He said the tariff come hours after Washington banned America Forum from selling parts and software to Chinese tech company, which is ZTE Crop. For 7 years, U.S. supplier provide up to 30% of the component used in the ZTE, right, equipment, and can only disrupt China's plan to build the world's largest 5G network by the end of this year. So that's they're going into the cell phone, right? This they're going into the cell phone, right? This is a cell phone company. It's let's see, we'll find it, right? It says Zong, pronounce this word, right? Let's see, right?
Zhongxing.
Oh, Zhongxing, right? The word is Zhongxing, right? You go back to it, it's Zhongxing, right? It's Zhongxing telecommunication equipment. So it's where they make these cell phones, right? Your iPhone, your Samsung, the works, right? It's a Zhongxing telecommunication equipment is a Chinese multinational telecommunication equipment and system company. The U.S. has accused it of illegally exporting U.S. technology to Iran and North Korea, right? So this is war, right? Let me just get some of the comments down at the bottom, right? This is war, right? It's this person say um let me see. This person say, Padelman 1928 China know how to levy a tariff. He said the president should take notice, right? Notes, right? He said, U.S. war crime. He said China keep going, crush the American economy. It is already in free fall. Only sale of weapons have kept it afloat. May be time to call in America debts and send them to the Stone Age, right? And send them to the Stone Age. He said, I love it. Produce and consume locally. It is the only way to sovereignty, right? Um, let's see. This one said, Palto, a trade war. He said, a trade war the U.S. cannot win. Bring the petro yuan and crush the petrodollar. Right? So these people going into it in these comments too, Yeah, they're going into it in these comments. Right? It's nice to see America being punished. right? So I said, but your troops are killing people around the world, so the people going into it, they're going in. Basically this gonna turn out, the news gonna fly, right? Nukes gonna start flying, right? This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim he this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, right? He said, beat your plowshare into sword, right? And this word is used, the plowshare word is used for agriculture. So he said, beat your plowshare into swords, right? And when you go to this word beat, right? When we go to this word beat, this internet kind of moving shitty, shit, you know. But basically, beat mean to crush, right? So it's a beat your plowshare into sword, and your permanent hook into spear. Let the weak say, I am strong. And this is what China saying, they're strong, right? To put them heavy sanction on America goods coming into China, right? And the money in the plowshare and the permanent hook is what is used for the agriculture. So the money they're using, the money they put towards agriculture, they're going to put towards the sword, which is the missile. It's a beat your plowshare into sword. So China going to put the money into the missile. America can do the same thing too, right? And it's all of these countries doing, building the armory, building the military, because we're preparing for war, right? So this is beautiful. This showing the fall of Babylon, right? Babylon is falling, right? There's how Babylon falling, right? These countries putting heavy sanction on them. These countries strong now, right? So that's how we see this is the fall of Babylon, right? And with that, with this was edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at great stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiams and the folk on the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Say Shalom, right? And before these nukes fly, the RFID microchip got to become mandatory, right? But this is the preparation, and showing that Babylon fall in, right?